everyone, no respawns here. Hope you're having a grand week. So in this video, I'm going to make quite an ostentatious gatehouse. I initially started this as like, I'm going to make some cool watchtowers, and then I was like, actually, this would really work as a gatehouse. So that's what we're going to do. So where am I? Just because this is a good spot. This is just south of Vault 51. This was where my compound was, as you can see. It doesn't exist anymore. I tore it down, but I might build something else here at some point. It's a really flat area. It does look like it's initially not very flat, but once you kind of clear away the brush, it's quite cool. So, might be a little bit small from the gatehouse, or in terms of a building attached to said gatehouse, but we'll see. So I am actually using this little abandoned mine set. Just to be transparent, I thought you had a week to get this left. You don't. You have like 24 hours. If you are watching this video live, you have until the 14th, about 5 p.m. GMT. Otherwise, it will be available on the App Store again. To be fair, most of you are kind of fairly regular players, so you have seen this in the App Store. I think it's quite good. I just hadn't decided what I wanted to do with it for ages. Right. I'm going to be using a lot of Atom Store stuff in this video, but to be honest, with this specific one, you can probably replicate it with non-Atom Store stuff. I just think it looks cooler with the thing. Right, let's see if I can get this done properly. I'm hoping that leaves me with enough space to put the thing in. Let's see, it's going to be quite a tight gatehouse, but we'll see. Yeah, easy. So this set is really good. What I like about it is, again, credits due to Bethesda. Like, they've been a bit hit and miss with a lot of stuff, but they tend to be in the later, newer stuff. They're kind of doing a lot of things well. Noticeably, I really like these parts a lot, and also this doorway is just, it's glorious. I mean, I'm a very simple, easily pleased creature. I like that doorway. So yeah, they've been doing a lot of stuff well, which I quite like. They still don't have very good foundations, to be honest, and the stairs are still centered. But other than that, you know, I take my wins where I can get them. Plus, I was thinking of maybe seeing if I can turn this into a big fort, but I don't know if I'll put it here. I might need a bigger space. I've already got a couple of ideas in mind. But let's just put this gatehouse here, because it's a good demonstrating spot. Okie dokie, we're going to go to the new tab, aren't we? Yes, we are. That way. I might need to possibly put the floor in. One thing, it just gets a bit confused. When you're trying to put the stairs and then a floor in it, tends to sometimes get confused. But I think I do like these stairs, by the way, incidentally. Look how chunky they are. They're so satisfyingly chunky. I was kind of hoping there would be ones that weren't centered, but we can't win everything, can we? Okay, where's me wall? There it is. So, yeah. You're going to let me put this on first? It gets a little bit confusing on how I meant to put it on. But we'll figure it out. I think we're meant to put the floor first. Then the door. It took me a while to do this before. It gets a little bit confuzzled. You're going to let old Davey put the floor on? No, you're going to be an absolute knob, are you? So, okay, we'll do it this way instead. It's a little bit. Hey, it's that order. It's that order, everyone. Just in case you were curious, in case you were completely confused like myself. Funny enough, I did this like an hour ago, so you'd think I'd remember, but no, you would be wrong. Right, I think I don't. Get rid of one of the doors though. Walls though, otherwise it gets a little bit confused. We are starting with this, but obviously, true to my usual style, we will be adding embellishments and or shenanigans onto the various bits and pieces, so it should look pretty cool. See, this is what I mean. It was getting confused as hell. Freaking piece of shit. We'll get there eventually. I love how completely finicky. I know I can do it from here, can't I? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. We can do it from the circle. Finicky and annoying. Look, there we go. There we go. have to do a little bit of alchemy to get things working, true to building the Bethesda games style. It's hilarious that we've been doing this for so long that it's just like, yeah, it's not meant to be straightforward, is it? Is it? I mean, is it really building the Bethesda game if it's simple and straightforward? No, it isn't. Right, okay, next bit. Now this is just big enough. To put these in there like that. Why are we putting these in there like that and not using an actual wall? Because why not? So there's a tree behind me. Nope. Oh, there is a tree behind me. It's a little one. Okay. Don't be an arsehole. Don't be an arsehole. Get in there, you little shit. What I could do, I could push that back a little bit, actually. And with that one, and put a little bit of a fence on there. Or do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Maybe. Probably not, because they're going to have a junk fest in front of them. No. Okay, so this is the part that might go wrong. We'll find out. So normally, back in the old days, I would have done something like this, where I'd have reverse junk fenced it. But this one we're not. We're going to make it a little bit more 3D, which should work, but I didn't do it with 2 of these walls when I was playing around with the concept, so it has to sort of trust in me, or don't, to be honest. Either or is a safe bet. See, one thing I'm doing now with all my building is I'm kind of more interested in just seeing what I can do with existing stuff and just sort of embellishing, and rather than making maybe necessarily full camp builds that themselves are very unique, it's elements that go into camp builds, I guess. Like, for example, I might build a fort and it's going to have my other junk walls that I made a previous videos ago. That kind of stuff, and that's sort of what I find enjoyable right now in Fallout, in terms of the building side. I'm catching up on this season, which is good, because I was a little bit behind. Mainly due to my America trip and also Christmas. I really wish, on a little bit of a ramble, I wish that Bethesda would follow Dead by Daylight's kind of approach to seasons, which is giving me a goddamn break between them. Maybe like a couple of weeks before you start the next one. Perhaps, maybe, Bethesda, I don't need to be on the grind constantly. Oh, it fits perfectly. Get in. I don't need to be on the grind all the time. You know, just an idea. No, alright, I guess I'll get back to work then, shall I? Not my real job, obviously, that would be stupid. I am hypothetically probably going to have to spend a few atoms to finish this season, because I'm only on level 60 something, and I'll probably hit level 70 something by the time it finishes. So hypothetically, theoretically, I might be using 1 or 2 of the old atoms to... Oh wait, I need to do my thing. I haven't finished, I haven't remotely finished actually. There are embellishments to add. Shiny bits. There's also top level, but we'll do that in a sec. Okie dokie. See, this is fun. I like doing stuff like this. It's like, I know that there are games with better build systems in it, but in a weird kind of way, the restrictions, and this is a very kind of wanky way of wording it, let's be honest, but it's true that the restrictions in like games like Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 make you more creative, and it's such a wanky way of going, it's not that they're shit, they make you more creative, which is technically true, but they are still a little bit shit as well. So yeah, it kind of would be nice if they were less shit though. See, already that's looking really, really nice. And really chunky. I've got to obviously add a little bit more embellishments onto this, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty nice. Right, so let's. It's a very sizable and chunky gatehouse as well, which I do appreciate. It's dummy thick gatehouse. Is what we're saying. I'm in a very childish mood today. I apologise. Don't know what it is. I want to mix it up a little bit with to be easy as I can. Just, I really like these fences, but I don't like the fact that they don't snap. Well, actually, to be honest, I do like the fact they don't snap, because that's probably one of the reasons why they're so easy to use. But it's also a major pain in my arse. So I'm gonna moan, because it's kind of how I roll, really. Ah, I fell down the gap. I'm also mildly annoyed, this is a moan, because moaning's fun, as I've just said, that the daylight in where I am right now is going to make this look not as good. We need that sweet, sweet afternoon lighting, or morning lighting, but mostly the afternoon. But I think my game always starts at 11, so... Right, I'm going to have to put a second floor in, otherwise I'm going to fall off. Fucking fuck's sake. There we go. And we'll then add some more embellishments. I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Let me just go there. No, you jackass. Nope. Nope, gonna do something weird with that bit. No, well, fuck off that. I didn't want to put anything anywhere. It was shit. It's a terrible idea. Let's put... Ah! I know what I'll do. I will make use of these little things. I think I just use so much in the defense tab. It's unbelievable. Now, can I? See, those things are very weird because you can put stuff on them. Because you can put stuff on them, it sort of changes a lot of the... God, I have so much shit, doesn't it? I kind of wish I could tag these things as favourites. That would be a good feature that you could add in the very twilight time of this game. Bethesda, go on, get on it. But I can sort of snap stuff to them, but I don't think that's going to work. I mean, I might be able to, actually. Ah! I think this is done. I might quickly disappear off, actually, add a couple of embellishments, and I'm just going to add some, like, junk walls around it to just give this a little bit more of a pop, and then I'll give you guys a wee tour. One sec. And it is done. So I added a few embellishments, a few signs, some decorations, and some little bits at the front. I had some turret stands and these posts, which I'll show you how I did in a wee sec, because they're quite simple, but just in case you don't know the technique of snapping pillars onto the side. You also added some platforms and a little fence, and there's actually one of those tripwires in there as well. And I also added fences as well. This turned out really, really good. Let me just show you the whole thing. So I have added quite a few walls on, more just to give you a sense of context and how it would integrate with an actual existing structure. Hypothetically, my next build is actually going to be a fort here using the rest of this, and I'm going to build it up and decorate it. So that will be the next video, hypothetically. Spoiler free, obviously. I do prefer, like, it looks really cool from the back, right? To be honest, that's where you can spend most of your time in the settlement, and it does look really, really structurally solid. I was tempted to add a little bit more to the front to make it kind of go out. However, then it would kind of be counter to what it's actually doing, which is, you know, being a reinforced structure. So I kind of left it as is, but I do like these little stands. Let me just quickly show you how I did those, just because they are a little bit different. So I just snapped the platforms on, and then for snapping the actual posts on, you have to kind of change the snapping point. So what you do is you actually snap upper floors on, because we'll snap in the middle of the upper floor. So to get that post in, I just snapped it there, and then to snap the post on and down like that, and then to get that one, I just moved it there. And that's it. I've done this technique a lot. It just basically forces it to use a second snapping point. And for whatever reason, it was quite generous. This post is actually, that one there, there's not a second one attached to it, but because of this thing, it just kind of sinks inside. So it worked out really, really well, and I'm quite pleased. I was a bit worried that those turret stands would look a little bit silly. But yeah, no, this is quite cool. It's a little bit chunky. It's a little bit thick, but maybe more so for this area. I kind of feel as if, like, if this were, like, flat to, like, say about here, it maybe would work. There's a place in the ash heap that would probably work really well near for this, but we've emotionally committed to this area, so I'm gonna build something, hypothetically, for the next video. And I just like the entire structural element of the back. It's very, very nice. Oh, you want to see my little terrible stairs I made? Also, this is tunnel. Alright, what these are. Made little steps. I actually quite like little steps. Sometimes those crates open, though, if you look at them for too long, so just be warned. It works really well. I love it. I love it. Let me know if you've done something similar. I've seen quite a few people make... I think the mine set itself does kind of encourage you to make something look very scaffoldy, which I think works really well. So I'm curious to see what people have done. Tag me in Instagram posts, please, because I do use that quite a lot, and people have started doing so. Thank you very much. And if not, you can send me pictures on Twitters. And also, yes, I will be streaming again. Not streaming tomorrow, because it's Valentine's Day, so instead I'm going to be streaming the following day afterwards. Not like I'm doing anything on Valentine's Day, I just didn't want to be that guy who streams on Valentine's Day. I'm just going to be playing Darkest Dungeon, to be honest. And trying not to get all of my heroes killed. But I'll be streaming again on Wednesday. This will be Skyrim this time, and we're going to be modding it a little bit. We're playing Survival Run, but modding it a little bit, so we have a few more fast travel places, because taking carriages just from the select points that you start with is a little bit of a pain in the arse. But anywho, I love you all. I will have another video up soon, as well as a stream, and I'll speak to you lovely bunch in a couple of days. You take care.